Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About This. Now today's episode is going to be a little bit different to what I usually do. Today I'm going to be doing a review and I won't have any guests with me at all on this episode as per with the last one, but today's episode I'm going to be doing a review of a show that I saw recently called Here Come the Girls. And this show wasn't a musical, it wasn't theatre, so it was a little bit different to what I usually talk about on this show. But today I decided to do an episode about a dance show because the people that know me well enough know that I am a huge fan of Strictly Come Dancing, and I'm also a huge fan of one of the professional dancers in particular, known as Dianne Buswell, who I am a huge fan of, and I loved watching her in Strictly last year. When it was announced that they were all going to be doing a tour together, I knew I had to go. And so I managed to talk to some of my friends and we managed to all meet up at the same place and go together. And I went to the show in Southport on the 31st of March 2019, which was just last weekend. And it was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a review on that and just let you guys know what you think, and also if you are seeing the show, what kind of to expect, and also to just talk about how much I loved it as well, because I feel like that is the most important thing. So a brief explanation of what it is. It is a dance show with Amy Dowden, Chloe Hewitt and Dianne Buswell, and it is a show with the three of those where they are dancing to different show tunes and different dances that we're all paying to see basically, and it is just such a lovely show, and I got to meet them before, which was lovely as well, and it's basically a show that's kind of showing femininity and how powerful women can be, and it's just so inspiring as well. The people I met there, so I travelled down there by myself, and I plan to meet some of my closest friends down there who are all also huge fans of Strictly and huge fans of Dianne Buswell and Joe Sugg, which I am also a huge fan of Joe as well. And the people I met there, I met Anna, Rachel, Ali and Jade as well. And I also want to say a big thank you to meeting you guys down there. You know, you made it so much easier for me because sometimes I do go to shows by myself, and it is nice to meet other people over there as well. So I appreciate that a lot. I sat on the front row, which was quite nice. I managed to sit next to Anna, so thank you very much for letting me sit next to you. And it just made the show so much better to have someone else sat there and to actually watch the show from the front row as well, because we got a great view and we also got great interactions with the girls and with the guys in the show as well, which was really good. So as I said before, I was very lucky to get the meet and greet part of the show, which you did have to pay a little bit extra for, but believe you me, it was so much more worth it than I imagined. Like, I have built up so long for this moment, and to meet them and to get exactly what I paid for was incredible. So I got to go down first before anyone else. We got there at 6 o'clock and the girls were already waiting there, which was lovely. And we got straight down there and there was only about 30 people waiting to go in, and we got about 5 to 10 minutes each of us to stand and talk to the girls, and it was so nice because they are just so lovely. Like, I can't tell you how lovely the girls are. They spend so much time with you, they talk about you, they talk about everything. You can ask them questions and they are so nice, and it's so nice to have that kind of interaction with the people that you really love. And I just remember talking about my performing career and talking about how much I love shows and dancing and all that kind of stuff. And they were so interested to hear every single little bit of what I had to say. And then also wishing me well for the future, wishing me luck. And it just meant so much from the people who inspire me to hear that and to get congratulations and to get love and support from them, because it meant so much. And I was also given a free program as well, which was really nice, and it was signed on the inside, and you managed to get a photograph with the girls as well, which was just incredible because I've loved Strictly for so long. I love all the dancers that I got to meet, and it was just so nice to see them there. So moving on to the actual show, by the time the meet and greet had finished, the doors pretty much opened to the theatre straight away, and so we just walked straight in and went straight to it. And that was really nice because we weren't really waiting around, and we also got to meet up with everyone else that we were waiting with, like straight away, and we managed to all just go and sit down and have a nice chat and catch up, because that was what we really wanted to do. It was really nice. And as soon as the show starts, obviously it's going to start with the song Here Come the Girls, because that's what the show is called, and the dances were amazing. Each one had their own little section, their own little theme, and they had different costumes to each dance as well. And there was also a lot of talking in the show, which I didn't expect as well, but I really liked that because it was actually really funny. And I think that was really nice, because you don't expect there to be a lot of talking in a dance show, but there was different parts where the girls would come forward and they'd tell their story of how they got to where they were as a dancer and how they are here now and how amazing it is. They also talk about their partners and their life and different things that have inspired them to get to where they want to be. And then they have a dance telling their story, and I think that's so nice. I also loved the bit where Amy is dancing with Ben, who was her professional dancer and also her fiance, and that was really lovely because they got to do their dance before he got down on one knee. Like, they recreated that dance of when he got engaged to her, and I think that was really sweet. And I also loved the burlesque dance as well. That was amazing, because it made the audience very heated. Everyone loved it. The costumes were very nice, and they were on chairs, and they were very passionate about their dancing, and it's so nice to watch. And it was all very a lot of people were cheering, and a lot of people were very happy about how that dance was, because it was very sexy. That's what I'll say. And a lot of people thought that it was very sexy as well, like the way they were dancing and everything like that. And it was just so good to watch the entire show. I love the hairspray routine as well, because they came out in these beautiful 50s dresses, and that was so cool as well. And it was also really emotional as well, especially Diane's dance with Patrice at the end, or Patrick. It was so nice just to see that, because she was talking about what it was like to be away from family, because she's from Australia, and it was so nice just to see her dance what it feels like to be away from home. And as somebody who has worked at a holiday park in the past, I know what that feels like, to be away from home and to be away from family, and obviously, like, not as much of a big scale, but I still know what it feels like to be away from family, and I know how she feels. So moving on to the boys, they were Patrick Helm, Pasquale LaRocca and Ben Jones, and they were the professionals that accompanied the girls, so they had someone to dance with, and it was really nice, because I feel like they deserved more recognition throughout the show, because obviously these guys aren't particularly on Strictly a lot of the time, and it's nice to have them in the spotlight and have their faces recognisable, which was nice. Mainly, a lot of them have been on Strictly before, like I say, but they tend to be like stand-ins or people who jump in the background when they need like a background dancer, and it was so good. They made the show brilliant, actually, because they were so funny, and they had their own special little dance, and they had their own little section where they got an audience member up on the stage, and it was just so lovely to have them there. With Leanne. Now, Leanne Jarvis is the singer, and she was amazing. Every song that they danced to, she made it sound really good, like it was pre-recorded music, and it was so nice to have that extra little touch, because if you've ever watched Strictly before, you know that they always have a live singer, and it was so nice just to have that extra little touch of a live singer rather than pre-recorded tracks, which there was some pre-recorded music played in the background of the dances, but to have a live singer as well was just so nice. And it was just such a nice touch, and I got to meet her after the show as well, and she was really nice. And also, now the show's over. Now the show's over, I'm feeling very, very sad about it, because it just was so good, and I would love to see it again, and I would love to relive that moment again and again and again, because these girls really have inspired me, and it's great to have that ability to chat to them and to sit with them for ages and to just sit and listen to everything that they have to say, and it's just so nice to have all of that, and I'm so glad that I got to have this opportunity. I suppose the moral of the story is that if you want to see something and you can't get someone to go with you, then just go alone. Like, I know it sounds quite sad, but just go alone and meet people over there who you may not know the best, but go and meet them, because I have made some really great friends from this show, and I've also had the best time, and I don't know how I would be feeling if I hadn't had that opportunity. And now I've had this opportunity, it just feels incredible. So I just want to thank everybody that was there with me. You know, you were all so nice to me, and everyone did amazing, like with showing me where to go and all of that, and it was so nice, and I'm so grateful as well. Also, a big shout to Anna's little sister Maria. You were absolutely adorable when you got to meet Dianne at the end, because we did wait at stage door to say hello to her again, and that was so nice as well. And I just want to, once again, thank the girls and the boys and everyone that was involved with the show of making this possible, because without that I wouldn't have met the girls, I wouldn't have met the boys, and I wouldn't have seen such a great show that makes me want to get into that style of dance, because I've never done ballroom, I've never done Latin, but it makes me want to learn it, because it just looks so good on stage. It looks very hard, and that's the kind of dance that I want to challenge myself to learn, and I'd love to do it. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening to my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and that was another episode of Let's Talk About This. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, please leave a thumbs up in the comments, and let me know what you would like to hear next, because I love getting ideas from you guys. Thank you, goodbye!